K98 Talk is expanding its lineup for 2015. This means we are expanding our advertising base. Whether you're a startup trying to push through to the next level or an established business trying to supplement your advertising budget, web-based advertising is a solid investment. Thanks to Talk's newest partnership with TuneIn Radio and instant access to our sister station, K98 FM, we give you worldwide access at a reasonable cost. Interested parties should email us at sales@k98fm.com.
In these uncertain economic times, you've got to do whatever you can to save money. One of our biggest expenses can be our cars, especially when unexpected repair bills hit. Not anymore. If you own a vehicle with less than 130,000 miles, is less than 12 years old, has a warranty about to expire, or even no warranty at all, you could stop paying for car repairs. Roadside assistance, towing, and rental coverage are all included. Don't wait for the next repair. Make one free call right now to see if you qualify. If your vehicle is less than 12 years old, has less than 130,000 miles, even if it's out of warranty, paying for car repairs can become a thing of the past. Call us right now and get your car protected before your next repair bill hits. Get protection and no more repair bills. Call 800-696-1030. Again, 800-696-1030. That's 800-696-1030. 800-696-1030.
Joe had huge problems with the IRS.
I knew it was coming. I hadn't filed taxes since 1990.
All the IRS letters coming in added up to a nightmare.
To get up to like $68,000, my heart started beating fast. It's like, there's no way, man. I mean, I ain't going to be able to do this.
Then they stopped his paycheck.
So that's when I started making phone calls and found U.S. Tax Shield.
U.S. Tax Shield went to work immediately.
They just took the bull by the horns. What blew my mind is he called the IRS right then and there.
So why is U.S. Tax Shield A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau? Joe knows.
They saved me a ridiculous amount of money.
If you owe more than $10,000 to the IRS or state, choose the company Joe chose, U.S. Tax Shield.
It was the best decision I made. U.S. Tax Shield is the way to go. Life is good. Thank you, Lord.
Call 800-471-3287.
U.S. Tax Shield. Boo-rah. Yes.
800-471-3287. 800-471-3287.
Game on, where progressives fear us and rhinos tremble. Welcome to the political jungle. I'm JD.
This is Stacy. No one is safe. No one is spared.
Lock up the children.
And the old folk.
Welcome to the world of libertative conservatarians.
Good Lord and baby Jesus, all I want is a quarterback and a playoff spot. Is that too much to ask for? Evidently it is. Tuesday night, January 5th, 2016, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. JD and Stacy, game on here on that K98 Talk. Happy New Year to all our political freaks, geeks, and back alley sneaks. Everybody within the sound of my voice right now, you know what to do. Well, depending on who you are, you know what to do. Some of you should just go kill yourself. Get over to K98Talk.org right now. Get in that chat room. Say hello to Stacy. Say hello to the drunkest, drug-taking, craziest, nakedest, according to the things that they send us, radio listening audience in the business, baby. JD and Stacy here to break down the levee in your mind. Happy 2016. Got a whole bunch of levies I'd like to break down. My New Year's resolution list is long, and so is, you know what? Tonight we're going to be talking, oh, boo-boo coming for your guns, baby. Oh, is he? Obama goes bye-bye. Vlad says hello, and the dirt goods go boom. iPhone, LSD, and so much more. Remember, guys, we're not just here Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on that K98 Talk. We do it again Thursday nights for Game On that K98 Talk. Now, Thursday night, we got new Good stuff coming in 2016. So every night we tell you Thursday nights at 2 hours of radio, baby, right? Because you got that Bell River. And for that Whom the Bell Tolls at 8 p.m., JD and Stacey game on at 9 p.m. Now we got Daniel Stafford and whatever the hell the name of Daniel's show is, 10 p.m.
The
after
Stafford
us here
voice.
on K98 Talks. You're going to have that 3 hours, baby, 8, 9, 10 o'clock. You got that Frozen Heads in the Freezer radio following JD and Stacey and game on that Thursday. Sunday morning, 11 a.m., Bloody Marys and Broadsheets. Cure for your mainstream media hangover. Friday, 5 p.m. drive time. WNWNWN, JC 1360 a.m. Southern Jersey, Philadelphia, Northern Delaware. Leading into that Yahoo Sports on Friday. Bell River, Daniel, I did that. Spreaker.com, hashtag JD and Stacey. Loftus, go find them. Flip Show. Good evening, darling.
Good evening.
How are you?
It's been a very busy couple of days here at the house, so.
Nobody cares.
Oh, my God. I'm sitting in my brand new office, which I just love, so it's all good.
That just took up 3 days. My brand new office, and that's it.
My brand new office, running around, business meetings, da-da-da-da-da. It's just been a very busy 2 days for 2016. I got my number one New Year's resolution completed on January 4th, so I think I deserve a gold star.
Stacey has a new theme song for 2016.
I bring nothing to the table.
Wow. You know, there is a sound effect I won't be hearing for months that makes me very happy.
You want me to play it for the entire show on loop? Except for the commercial breaks?
I think that would be a little foolish.
Okay. So what the hell was that?
I was mimicking you.
Well, that was awful. Okay. So we have there's so much news and so much seriousness. I mean, it seemed like to be a news hole, or maybe we're not paying attention to it. But today we're going to be bringing you guys gun control from Major Obubu.
And I will say, JD, that today you gave me the one piece of advice I actually should have listened to.
I told you not to watch that. I absolutely told you not to watch that.
And I was walking around my parents' house, mumbling, grumbling, using the word zippy. I don't think so. Lying liars lie. Oh, it was awful.
No, and for anybody who watched Obama's press conference, Stalin-esque Politburo signing ceremony, whatever it is, and if you didn't walk away from it...
I hate this place. Nothing works here. The medications don't work. I've been here for 7 years.
Then you might just be ISIS. 36 minutes, 4,000 tears... 4,000 tears, and of course, because this, we're going to get into...
If he said gun show loophole one more time, I might have thrown my phone.
It wasn't gun show loophole. He referred to himself in the first person 76 times in a 36-minute speech that was about saving lives and made him so emotive that he cried. I want you all to understand something. This man spoke about the beheading of James Foley and went and got on a tee and started laughing on the golf course. He came out and he spoke about Benghazi, and he got in a plane and he zipped off to Las Vegas for a fundraiser. In a 36-minute speech that was ostensibly about an executive order on gun control today, he refers to himself 76 times. Okay. And I am doubling down on this regardless of the fact that I thought Iowa had potatoes and militias on Sunday, but I was drunk.
Well, that was your public school education.
For those of you who went to public school, if you do the math, okay, that is referring to yourself in a speech about an executive order on gun control or press conference, whatever you wanted to call it, more than twice every minute, okay? So I thought to myself, do you know what I think brought all that emotion and tears out of him? I think he did. I think he is so wrapped up in himself and his legacy, because that's all this was about. And for everybody tonight who loaded up their weapons and started digging up the hole where you got the ones buried they don't know about, calm down. Calm down. Do I think Obama would grab everybody's guns if he had the chance? Absolutely, goddamn-lutely. But he's not. Correct?
Well, what disturbed me most about the speech, JD, is that the most disturbing elements of what he signed today, he never talked about. If you look at the White House fact sheet, before you listen to Obama's speech and then you listen to the speech, he never talks about the government inserting themselves into your doctor-patient relationship and completely rewriting HIPAA, which is that privacy notice you have to sign every time you go to the doctor, okay? That was one of the most onerous, awful, terrible healthcare laws ever implemented, and I was in the healthcare industry at the time. Health and Human Services is now rewriting the rules related to HIPAA so that your doctor can now tell the government that you shouldn't own a gun because of your mental health issues.
Well, no, that's actually been going on since Sandy Hook. There has been, is it a 300% increase in doctors forwarding mental illness information. They have an additional 3 million forwards from doctors, unsolicited, the FBI does. This has been going on since Sandy Hook. And, you know, I had a doctor's appointment recently. It was a regular checkup. And, you know, New York State has that SAFE Act, which is like, you know, what Obama wants to do on steroids. And the girl, I'm just sitting there, blood pressure, great, how you doing, awesome. And she started asking questions. I mean, very, like, mental, you know, have you ever tried to, what the hell is this? She's like, oh, no, they're new questions we have to ask them. All right, no. I started reading this, and I'm wondering if the government isn't sending doctors questions. We should actually reach out to some doctors and ask them, because you're absolutely right. This, you know, there's a law enforcement exception under HIPAA that is very broad, but up until this point, really people deign not use it because it's an extremely slippery slope.
Absolutely.
What this does is exploits the broadness of it, okay? This exploits the broadness of it. Out here on Long Island, there is a case right now of a cardiologist, and this is straight out of Quentin Tarantino, however you want to look at it. I forget the guy's name. He was selling pills to a drug dealer, had set up some other kind of mob racket on the side. This is a very well-respected cardiologist who had tons of money. Then, he got pissed off at somebody and got wrapped up in some murder-for-hire plot, okay? Do I think all doctors are like this? No. But you have concerns about the broadness of HIPAA to begin with, and now when you make it so vague, why have it exist? I mean, this has such a late 1930s Germany feel to it, it's disgusting.
It's not only that, but if you take this from a completely progressive leftist perspective, right, and you listen to the rhetoric that we have in a lot of other areas, let's say, okay, like, wow, 75% of the country or better believes that abortion should be limited severely after 20 weeks gestation. Does Obama listen to the country when we are trying to protect the life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness of unborn children? Why, of course not, because that decision is between the woman and her doctor. But your decision on how to treat your mental health is no longer really between you and your doctor, because those decisions can now infringe on your Second Amendment rights.
But
that is insane, and that is going to do nothing to increase mental health treatment. It's actually going to make people avoid mental health treatment.
We're getting ahead of the audience, though. Let's go back to exactly what happened today. So jerk-off, schmeckle-face moron at 1600 comes out and he announces, I got my pen, my phone, and he does his executive orders. And basically what he's claiming is that, you know, you hear this gun show loophole and blah, 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 and he's talking about 30 million people in background checks. Kids, I don't care whether you're in a very, very strong 2A state or you're in a very weak 2A state like I am. You need yourself some background checks when you buy yourself some guns, baby, okay?
Even at a gun show.
Unless you're going down to Bob on the corner, you know, Bob's Hot Gun Sales, because he got to get out of town because he just croaked the 9 people in the house that he won't let you in to go see. There are background checks. And, yes, I am sure if you took a look at it, there's sensibly a couple things that you could tighten up. But there's this boogeyman that's thrown out there about how people don't have these background checks, and it's absolutely not true. So Obama says, okay, we're going to institute these background checks, and on top of that, the FBI is hiring 230 additional staff people to speed the processing of background checks. Under current law, a gun sale can go forward if a background check is not completed within 3 days. You watch that go to 30 before the summer. That is guaranteed.
Yeah, no, the federal government can't do anything in 3 days. Give me a break.
This is what caught my eye, especially in light of everything that went on with the IRS and the targeting of conservatives. The ATF will play a central role in the administration's move by clarifying what it means to be engaged in the business of selling guns. And this is going to cover private sales now. So basically, if you make a sale to a friend of yours of one of your firearms, the government is now putting the onus on you to do and run a formal background check. They are tasking the ATF with finding as many of these violations as possible. Now, since Obama and the left has no more problem spending money for progress, baby, you want to know something? Let's have at it. Let's have at it, and let's have the government pay for the background check. Because I will tell you something right now. There is no way on God's green earth, the way that Obama has been able to sell guns in this country, that the government is going to get a payment out to get a background check done within 3 days. Everybody could have a gun for nothing and no background check. I mean, it's obscene, and you can't. Would he grab him if he could? Yes. Are they kicking in your doors? No. Is this a camel nose under the tent? Yes. Would I be surprised if one of our guys got elected president and that's not so bad, left it? No, that wouldn't surprise me. But this is nothing but a fundraising, legacy plant, dog and pony show. And it has been since June 26th, 2008. You want to know why? Because on June 26th, 2008, the District of Columbia v. Heller was decided at the United States Supreme Court. The prior history of this case was provisions of the Firearms Control Regulations Act in 1975 infringed on an individual's right to bear arms as protected by the Second Amendment. The District Court for the District of Columbia reversed. The holding in Heller in 2008 by the U.S. Supreme Court, Scalia, Roberts, Kennedy, Thomas, and Alito in the majority, dissenting Stevens, Sotomayor, Ginsburg, and Breyer. The holding. The Second Amendment guarantees an individual's right to possess a firearm unconnected with service in a militia. Do you hear that, progressive morons? Running around going, I read the Constitution, it's about a militia. Yeah? Read the Heller decision. And to use that arm for traditionally lawful purposes, such as self-defense within the home, which has become more necessary since this jerk-off got elected. The United States Court of Appeals for the District Columbia Circuit affirmed. This is a kabuki dance of the highest order.
Oh, it's a complete kabuki dance. He starts talking about gang killings. He starts talking about murders in Chicago. Tell me how many of those occurred with a gun that was bought through a legal process. My bet is less than 2%. Starts talking about 2 out of every 3 gun deaths are a suicide. Okay, that is a mental health issue. But you know what? That's not the only method by which people do that. If you take one away, they will find another if they're serious. You know, but my concern again goes back to this doctor-patient relationship. Rewriting those rules with HIPAA, making doctors feel like they need to report. Okay, what does that mean? And what does that mean if you have a child who's on ADHD medication or something along those lines? Does that mean a doctor can say you shouldn't have a gun in your home?
No, well, we haven't seen how it's written. I mean,
exactly, but I mean, the scope to which that could be written is frightening.
No, and this goes back to, here it is, since the Newtown shootings, the number of mental health records submitted to the FBI system has tripled to more than 3 million records. So for everybody who doesn't believe that this all goes on in the dead of night while you're sleeping, baby, it definitely does. It definitely does. They ain't coming for your guns just yet, but keep them handy because you're going to need them. Oh, and before you go, we can't make this up. 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 So Jerkoff comes out, guns, executive orders, look at me, put me on Mount Rushmore, and Hillary comes out and basically pats him on the head and said, that's a good boy. I'm glad you finally did some of the stuff that I've been talking about. 30 seconds before we're out. Take us out.
You know, he talks about protecting Americans, protecting American lives, doing all this wonderful stuff. Yet he's opening the borders, giving terrorists easy passage through refugee populations, and is letting 17 murderers out of Gitmo. Like, the schizophrenia in Barack Obama is just immense.
That's why he's half black and he's half white. He don't know what's going on. But Obama and your executive orders and gun control, this is what goes on day and night in the K98 Talk studio. Second Amendment, baby. David Lee Roth, take us out. Coming back, JD and Stacey, K98 Talk. Game on. We got Dirk is blowing up the world. Vlad, yeah, the Education Radio. Coming back.
One break coming up.
This is Slickery Trigger for Rebel Road Tactical. With proper care and feeding, your pistol will be ready when you need it. There to save your life. Shouldn't your gear be that good? Whether you need a holster for comfortable everyday carry or a tough-as-nails holster for your next training course, Rebel Road Tactical has what you need. Check us out on the web at rebelroadtactical.com.
If you like your health care plan, you'll be able to keep your health care plan. This is the most transparent administration in history. Not even a smidgen of corruption.
Fact is, we had 4 dead Americans. What difference at this point does it make?
If you got a business, you didn't build that.
The feeling most people get when they hear Barack Obama's speech, I felt this thrill going up my leg. I mean, I don't have that too often.
Steady.
It's time to hear the truth about America's biggest challenges. Ricky Robinson, host of America Off the Rails, will tackle the important issues facing America today as he tries to keep America from coming off the track. Get ready to hear the truth every Monday through Friday starting at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 Central, here on K98Talk.com and the Spark Radio Network.
Welcome to the face. Welcome to the face of the new democracy.
Are you conservative in a world of liberal?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're not alone. Hey, I'm Daniel Stafford, host of the Stafford Voice, and I'd like to invite you to tune in each Monday, 10 p.m. Eastern, where I'll break down the events of the week, and together we'll learn about how they affect you. So, sit back and get ready for the good, the bad, and the ugly of talk radio right here on K98 Talk.
From the Vikings of Norway to my home down south to Washington, D.C., I've been around. I've seen it all, and I've come out on top. You better beware, for all you know, the bell tolls for you. Enter the bell tower or watch your step. 8 p.m. Thursdays, K98 Talk.
JD and Stacey back here in that Game On and that K98 Talk. Everybody right now, get over to K98Talk.org. Get in that chat room. Say hello to Stacey. Say hello to the drunkest, craziest, most informed radio listening audience in the business. You heard it, baby. Heads in the Freezer Radio coming after JD and Stacey Thursday nights, 10 p.m. with that Daniel Stafford. We do Game On again live, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. After that Bell River for whom the bell tolls, baby. She do it 8 p.m. We're up on NJC on Friday. We like Loftus, Spreaker.com, hashtag JD Stacey, ba, 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 ba. Ricky Tiki Tavi, Rick Robinson. We want to thank Rick. One of the things that we really have to really appreciate about Rick is this K98 Talk news crew is growing in leaps and bounds. While we had a break, we just have this in breaking right now. Ladies and gentlemen, that K98 Talk news crew was able to get in that K98 Talk time machine. They grabbed themselves some Archie Bunker. Archie Bunker, ladies and gentlemen, breaking live on his editorial. I think he's on CNN right now talking about Obama's executive order on guns.
Here we are. All right, everybody clam up.
Mr. Archie Bunker, speaking in reply to the editorial broadcast last Saturday.
Good evening, everybody. This is Archie Bunker of 704 Hauser Street, veteran of the big war, speaking on behalf of Guns for Everybody. Now, question. What was the first thing that the communists done when they took over in Russia? Answer, gun control. And there's a lot of people in this country who want to do the same thing to us here in a kind of conspiracy, see. Take your big international bankers. They want to, masticate the people of this here nation like puppets on a wing. And then when they get that done, turn us over to the communists.
Oh, Archie, I'm glad they put you on a stool. You look taller sitting down.
Now I want to talk about another thing that's on everybody's mind today, and that's your stick-ups and your skyjackers. Which, if that was up to me, I could end the skyjackers tomorrow.
You could?
All you got to do is arm all your passengers. And then you ain't got no more superiority there.
Superiority.
They ain't gonna dare to pull out no rod. And then your airlines, then they wouldn't have to search the passengers on the ground no more. They just pass out the pistols at the beginning of the trip, and they pick them up again at the end.
They should do that now.
That's incredible,
Ladies and gentlemen, Archie Bunker on the K98 Talk editorial response to Obama's
It's kind
gun
of amazing how everything old is new again, though, isn't it?
This is what the right doesn't understand, and I don't know if they've ever understood this. The left is on and always has been a progressive march. They look at things the same way the Chinese communists do, the same way the Russian communists do. They don't look at things in 5-year terms. They look at things in 50 and 100-year terms. You know, when Obamacare was passed, do you know how many people on the left you heard bring up Woodrow Wilson and FDR?
Oh, yeah.
So this has been marching through since then. I mean, this isn't anything new. Oh, but. For all you progressives out there who are listening, okay, and you're all happy and you think all the guns are getting taken away, you really need to read Charles C.W. Cook in National Review today, and you got to take that lotion you've been jerking yourself off with today and
Put the lotion in the basket.
Yeah, because you know what? For once, I can laugh at this almost. It is for any progressive that's going to get their skirt over their head over this and say, "Ooh, ooh, booga booga, King Obama, he's the best." I mean, I can't help you because it's a.
But I mean, other than the HIPAA thing, he didn't really do anything.
It's everything. You want to know something? It's like everything else this ass bag does. It's everything and it's nothing. You know,
lying liars lie. He lied about the gun show loophole. He makes gun deaths sound like they're all violent, which, yes, suicide is violent, but it's not the same as criminal violence. You know,
You're
I mean,
a
it's
liar.
just
You know something that you're not telling us, you slimy scumbag liar.
That sums up 8 years of the Obama administration. Sunday, we were talking about the biggest scandal of them shutting down the investigations into the VA scandal was the shutdown scandal. And here you have, you know, I heard Andrew Napolitano.
So concerned about Americans unless they're veterans.
Andrew Napolitano made a really good point. And what he said
usually does
is that this executive order was so poorly written that it essentially created a new crime, which basically the executive branch cannot do. I mean, it's almost like a serial killer who wanted to get caught, you know, because all of these executive orders and the ones we don't know about, kids, and the ones we don't know about, they're already in place because that's why John Podesta was in the White House until he left a couple of months ago. He was in there for this. They said as much. He's the executive order guy. How can we find out and really screw people? And let me ask you a question. Where in the hell outside of a statement is Mitch McConnell or Paul Ryan? Where? Where? Why is there not a rally with them in the NRA? I don't care how damn cold it is on the Capitol steps right now. Why?
Because I personally think they're going to let the NRA, with their considerable resources, sue the Obama administration.
They couldn't do that.
You're not going to see a fight in Congress.
They couldn't
you
do
are
that.
going to be forced. No, it'll be the gun lobby and the other interested parties that are going to be forced to shell out the attorneys, shell out the cash, and sue Obama. That'll be it.
No.
Okay, terrific.
No, they can't. They don't. Why not just play the politics of it? They're a Democratic gun owners, for Christ's sake. I hate these people. I hate them. Okay, but now on to everybody's favorite.
Oh, Durka.
Oh, so the Obama administration has finally given the Middle East the opportunity to completely... And for those of you who have been playing along with How Bad Has Obama Made the World Home Edition, if you missed it, relations between Saudi Arabia and Iran, who are they? Well, the two most powerful nations in that little place where people look like Mexicans but pray to Allah, the Middle East.
Oh, stop.
So two Middle Eastern...
Oh, my God. How do you live in New York City and no one has killed you?
Do you want to know why, man? I told you. Does that explain it?
Not at all.
Argue with the basic premise of what I said.
I'm not going to argue with the basic premise of what you said.
Because you can.
So you have the two most powerful countries in the Middle East.
Yes.
One of them is Shia. And the other one is not. So what you've basically boiled down to.
Wait a minute. We have a new tagline. You know what? That could be the new tagline for Middle East tourism. Come to a land where everybody looks Mexican but prays to Allah.
No, because the hats are not as cool.
Oh, Durka.
Oh, my God. We cannot have the piñatas during the Ramadan. We must fast.
Okay, so we were going to have a really serious Middle Eastern policy discussion, and then JD got stuck in his own head.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about the fact that Saudi Arabia has cut all diplomatic ties with Iran.
Oh, God. One of our listeners... I can't say it. Just look how Charlie thinks I survived the greater metropolitan area.
Oh, my God. Well, don't worry. You'll soon be deported.
Oh, no, under this administration, I'm going to go find the rest of my family and bring them
No,
over.
when Trump is elected.
Oh, no, but there's going to be a beautiful door. You know who else has a beautiful door? My porn star wife. More people have seen my wife's beautiful door than the beautiful door that I'm going to put in the wall.
Oh, my God. So before the show, JD says we could have like an ISIS level in-depth kind of show on what's going on in the Middle East because this is so complex and has so many implications on the geopolitical structure. And the first 7 minutes of the segment are on a new travel slogan for Iran and Mrs. Trump's door. Okay.
Beautiful door, beautiful and huge. And I don't know if anybody knows this. The Mexicans paid for my wife's beautiful door.
Oh, my God.
Holy Christ, I really might pass out.
I hope you don't.
Have I told you how many beautiful Mexicans have come through my wife's door?
JD.
Sunday
back
morning,
to center. Back to center.
Sunday morning, our guest will be Donald Trump on Bloody Mary's approach.
Yeah, right. My feeling after that whole little episode is
okay,
if he is elected,
terrific.
you and I are both going to a camp. And the only thing I can honestly hope at this point is that I go to a different camp than you.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
You bought this anchor a long time ago.
No, I did not. I rented it.
Jesus.
The agreement is almost up.
Really? What are you going to go? Get your own travel show and talk about the Iranian Mexicans? Okay, relations between Saudi Arabia and Iran
have hit a new low. Kind of like this
So has the show. No. Seriously, though, before my mind opened the door that I didn't know was there, the Middle East, which is always aflame, basically is... We're on the outside looking in, I think, to anything that goes on in the Middle East until at least January of 2017. And
at least.
Who's going to be left standing there right now to be the arbiter of what goes on is Vladimir Putin, Yadar, the Education Radio, and the Chinese. So Saudi Arabia and Iran, we really forget how blessed we are to live in this country with all of its problems, because this started hours after the death sentence of a Shiite cleric. Now remember, for those of you who have your program with the box score out, Saudis, Sunnis, Iranians, Shias. So there was this big Durka cleric, Durka Bob 5003.
Durka.
His name is actually Nimr al-Nimr. You can't make this up.
I'm sorry I read that. I was so glad I didn't have to say it.
Oh, God. And he was sentenced to death. He was sentenced to death. I'm sorry. Listen, Nimr, if you're up there, we are laughing at your death because...
He's occupied with 72 virgins or something. Just don't
worry. My God. So you know his phone's blowing up. Why don't you call me?
I don't know if getting executed counts as being in service to Allah. I'm not sure.
I don't. There was so much to talk about. There was Africa. So basically,
well, no, because you've got United Arab Emirates and Sudan and other people jumping on Saudi Arabia's side of the issue, and people forget that there is not all the religious homogeneity, that people like to think within these countries. So there's sects and there's sects.
Where is your mind right now?
Three simple words. I am gay.
Homogeneity.
Wow. So, but as we have seen with the rise of ISIS, who doesn't get along with the Muslim Brotherhood or Al-Qaeda, not all Muslims agree on everything.
Right.
And this particular conflict, in my mind, is really the one that says which kind of philosophy is going to win out in this region.
Well, I think, I think the philosophy that wins out, I don't think it matters what philosophy broadly in the Muslim world wins out, because they're going to live under the philosophy that is the strongest and wins. So it really doesn't matter where I don't think it really matters where it shakes out. But the reason, and I think that this and the VA deserves a much longer run, like maybe even a series part, because all you keep hearing the media talk about is Saudi Arabia, which cut off these heads, and the media and the Saudis. The Saudis.
Well, the White House is chastising them, urging restraint on both sides.
I understand that, but you have to understand something. The Saudis are panicked right now. Because from the time, basically, of the Roosevelt administration, America has had not even a tacit, an explicit understanding with the Saudis, okay? You fund us with cheap oil, we'll defend you and be an ally. I mean, it's that simple. We may not like it, But the Saudi relationship in the Middle East is just as, or about just as strong as the Israeli relationship. Because they're good people? No, because it is in our best interest. But the Saudis are now standing naked for the first time. They have their own troops involved in wars in Yemen, in the Sudan. They're fighting Iran by proxy all over the Middle East. And now you have other countries taking sides. Bahrain announced Monday, severing diplomatic ties with Iran. Why does that matter? Because we have a fleet and a naval base in Bahrain. The UAE was downgrading its diplomatic relationship. It spread to Africa, where Sudan, which is a majority Sunni Muslim country, threw out the Iranian ambassador. The Russians and the Chinese have both come out and said, everybody calm down, yeah? And... You know, this was the scariest part about everything that's going over there right now. The two nations, so this is Saudi Arabia and Iran, before this are already on opposite sides of the conflicts in Syria, Iraq, Yemen, Bahrain, and Lebanon. We no longer have a presence. As of about 12 hours ago, news broke that special operators were pinned down with a rescue helicopter that had crashed, surrounded by the Taliban. Since then, it took several hours because there's only 9,800 troops in country. But they've gotten there, they've secured the position, and now they're trying to get them and the helicopter out. It sounds from the last news report that they're out of harm's way-ish because it's the U.S. military. But nobody wants troops over in the Middle East. But, man, if we're going to start having this go on, and it's going to take hours to pull people from A to B, then either let them all get out of there and just nuke it and turn heat and sand into glass, or get the troop levels so that more of them come home. And don't, and I hope Obama goes away.
I was just going to say, this totally blows the idea of a coalition. The coalition that the White House keeps talking about to fight ISIS, and it just, bye.
Yeah, let me tell you something. The coalition to fight ISIS is going to be whoever left standing over in the Middle East, baby. Coming back into the 10 o'clock hour, the top of the hour, closing out the show, we got iPhone, LSD, and a whole bunch of other stuff I sent Stacy that I have here that's highlighted. K98 Talk, JD and Stacy, game on, coming right back.
Hey everybody, this is Jason, host of According to Me. I'd like to invite you to check out my show. It's a 2-hour show that lasts 60 minutes in...
Listen, I hate to interrupt, but one thing I can do is read off a script. Just say, let me be clear a lot. It works.
President Obama, I can handle this. It's a radio promo. I'm not green. I've done this before.
Did someone say green?
Now, Al Gore is here. Listen, I'm just trying to record a radio promo. Do you mind?
Now, do you say good things about me on the show?
No, not at all. But if it makes you feel any better, I read about Republicans just as much.
The AM radio frequencies give off very high levels of radiation.
Look, my show is on the internet, which you invented. Can I just do my promo?
I got a pen. I can veto that, you know.
I know you got a pen. It's not a law. It's a radio promo. Listen, just listen to my show. Barack Obama and Al Gore hate it, so you're going to love it.
Here's an executive order. Don't listen to his show. He doesn't like me. He's racist. And he doesn't recycle either.
That's it. I'm done. It's According to Me, Wednesdays, 10 p.m. Eastern, right here on K98 Talk.
I'm easy like Sunday morning.
Wondering why you're up early with us on a Sunday morning making a cocktail? News lately got you drinking? Hung over from the mainstream media by Sunday? We are, and we got you covered.
We sure do. We got your hangover cure for those weekly news blues. So sit back, top off your mimosa, and add some Baileys to that coffee.
Take a match to your copy of the New York Times. Light, funny, and oh yeah, news with booze.
And a lot of laughter.
Welcome to Bloody Marys and Broadsheets. If it's Sunday, it's Bloody Marys and Broadsheets.
We're your cure from your weekly news hangover.
We will never fully understand what we've asked of our military service members or their families, asking them to put themselves in harm's way, to endure it all. But we do understand that it's our turn, our duty, to keep them secure for the rest of their lives. Wounded Warrior Project long-term support programs help our most severely ill or injured veterans live independently, at no cost, for life, so that they might stand at ease. Join us at findwwp.org.
K98 Talk is expanding its lineup for 2015. This means we are expanding our advertising base. Whether you're a startup trying to push through to the next level or an established business trying to supplement your advertising budget, web-based advertising is a solid investment. Thanks to Talk's newest partnership with TuneIn Radio and instant access to our sister station, K98 FM, we give you worldwide access at a reasonable cost. Interested parties should email us at sales@k98fm.com.
Breaking out behind enemy lines, JD and Stacey giving you some Radio Free America here on Game On that K98 Talk. Everybody right now, if you're not there, get in the chat room right now. There is nothing that gets said or gets done on the show or on air that's as funny as what goes on in that chat room. I'm telling you right now, K98Talk.org. Ask Donna for the shine, baby. Get in there. Say hello to the people. JD and Stacey, Tuesday 9, Thursday 9, Sunday 11 a.m. WNJC, baby. Friday 5 p.m. drive time leading into that Yahoo Sports. Get over to Spreaker.com after the show. Hoople's not throwing it. Hashtag JD and Stacey. JDANDSTACEY. Find a catalog of everything we've been doing with that Ricky Ticky Tavi, Rick Robinson, and everybody after our show. Do not shut off K98 Talk on Thursday night. You got that Daniel Stafford, baby. He's going to be behind us, coming live. Going to be doing 2 shows a week. We're very proud of Daniel. He got them heads defrosting in the freezer, baby, and we ready. Yeah.
You have really got to find a better way to introduce Daniel to the listening audience.
I'd listen to a show if somebody said that.
Oh, my gosh. The nicest guy on radio.
He really is. I was listening to some of Daniel's past shows, and, I took what I thought. I mean, the kid is smart as hell, great politics. This, I think, was from an October show.
It rubs the lotion on its
Stop
skin. It does this whenever.
Do I have to go in the corner?
Yeah.
Oh, I kid. We love Daniel. It's marketing.
I like that clip less than the Jets clip.
Oh, good. I'll stop playing the Jets clip.
No, don't. It just looks silly now.
Okay. So, I can't believe BuzzFeed has made Game On. But this is, I was... The reason
okay, the last part of this article, I just went, seriously?
Oh, you know me. I didn't read it. Listen. There's a picture of Bill Cosby at the top of the article looking like he's shilling Jell-O pudding pops. That was a winner. I would like to talk to you about the threesomes I've had with Bill Clinton.
This is Donald Trump talking about the charges that have been filed against Bill Cosby. And at the end of this article, the radio host who is interviewing him,
Howie Carr,
okay, after he is comparing Bill Cosby and Bill Clinton, says to Trump that he compared 2 past headlines about Trump and Clinton's sex lives. Carr says to Trump, I remember a headline in one of the New York tabs, I forget which one, saying about one of your girlfriends or maybe one of your wives, best lover I ever had. That's the headline I remember about you. The headline I remember about him in the New York tabs is you better put some ice on it. And Trump said, wow, let's have sex. That's amazing.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. I'd like to issue a correction. It was Mexico that paid for my wife's wall. It was Vivid Videos that paid for her door. And Vivid Videos made it huge.
Oh, my God. I just read that, and I'm like, seriously?
I am looking for some confirmation. It looks like there may have just been a... in North Korea.
We'll see. Maybe we made some news. Maybe we were wrong.
South Korea was man-made. Japan, possible nuclear test. China, suspected explosion. North Korea said earthquake.
You know the Japanese are sitting over there going, man, tsunamis, typhoons, Fukushima melting down. I remember the good old days when it was just Godzilla.
You know, but if you're going to talk about North Korea, you got to talk about Kim Jong-un's hair. If you're going to have a dictator, at least let him be a trendsetter.
How do we not have Kim Jong-il on the board? Seriously.
I don't know. All I'm saying is if you're going to have a dictator, have him be a trendsetter because Hillary copies his jackets.
Well, I don't know. Jury's out on that, or whether it was the rug from the flying thing from Aladdin. Okay. So,
No, that one embroidered one was definitely a rug. But
for those of you who have the children watching the show, I want you to do one of two things. I'm giving you 5 seconds or 10 seconds to just ask them to exit the room for not even a minute, or cover their ears for a second, because this is the only thing I could think of when I read this headline. Twitter considering 10,000 character limit for tweets. Now, I hate to dispel the geniuses at Twitter who think that this is revolutionary and cutting edge, but there already is a platform for this. It's called email, okay? So, I want to read the headline again, and you're going to get the dump button and the beep in about 30 seconds. Twitter considering 10,000 character limit for tweets. Do you know why I like Twitter? Do you know why I enjoy Twitter? Do you know why?
You don't have to spell things out all the way?
Because including my own, I don't want to listen to 10,000 characters of anybody's bullshit. Okay? I really don't. And for all of you out there, I included myself in this. I don't want to hear me prattling on, Iranian, Mexicans, I'd have 7 people following me. No. Twitter. Have you even read the story?
Yeah, I did. Twitter Moments is bad enough, and what I didn't realize is that now the direct message limit is 10,000 characters.
Oh, for the sake.
Why did they tell people that?
For the sake of the DM groups that you and I are in, why did you tell people that?
Oh my God.
10,000 characters. Ooh, I know somebody who's got 10,000 characters.
Oh my God.
Okay, terrific.
So breaking news, Twitter is considering becoming email.
Well, apparently they're not going to change the look of your feed, and you're going to have to, do something on the screen to read more than the 140 character limit.
Okay.
But apparently when they've tried something in the past that makes the timeline look different, people have left.
Oh, my God. Donna just said Kim Jong-il has such nice hair. He's the Korean Elvis. I'm going to win this race. I'm going to win this arms race.
Oh, wow. And Slick is going to post a manifesto.
Oh, my God. Okay, so the first person on Twitter, if this goes through, who sends me anything longer than a 141 character message about anything, I am going to find a way to send this to you as a spam loop until I get permabanned, okay?
I hate this place. Nothing works here. The medications don't work. I've been here for 7 years.
Shut up! Oh, God. You know what? Next, maybe Thursday night, we'll have Archie Bunker do an editorial on Twitter.
It was bad enough when they turned a favorite into a love.
Okay.
And now they're going to give somebody 10,000 characters. I've interacted with people on Twitter who shouldn't even have 140.
Oh, the best thing is when they change the star to a heart. I won't say one of my favorite followers, and we hadn't been following each other for that long, and they changed it. And you know me, I don't really pay attention, and a dude comes up, he's like, "Yeah, man, I really like what you got to say, but can't favorite it. Nope. Can't give another man a heart. Just kind of weird. I'm like, I totally get it, dude. I totally get it.
It's like Twitter is trying to find a way to keep the look and feel of the application, but become Facebook.
Ooh, wait a minute. What are you talking about, the look and feel of the application? You said look and feel of the application. All right, less than a minute left. For those of you who didn't know, if you lick your iPhone tonight, it's like taking LSD. Your smartphone is making you hallucinate. Ever reach for your vibrating smartphone in your pocket only to find it didn't buzz at all? You're not alone. It's called phantom vibration syndrome. Oh, God. Stacy saved me from myself. Yes, it's a real psychological phenomenon in studies in the past years. So basically, all our phones.
So in other words, you have some other sensation in the neighborhood of your pockets, and you automatically assume it's your phone.
Ooh, you know what? I get that sensation.
I'm like sitting there going, seriously? And they consider it a real hallucination.
This is the sensation JD's got in his pockets, baby. All right, listen, we want to thank everybody for joining us tonight in the chat room, on the station, with the downloads. We're going to be coming back Thursday night. Now, I spent all the money I had because I rented us that limousine through the holidays. Tonight I got to ask you, baby, you got them keys?
I got those keys. I think the tingle in Chris Matthews' legs might have been his cell phone.
Tell the nice people, what are you doing between now and Thursday?
If you read the end of the article, I'm sorry.
Tell them what you're doing.
Working like crazy.
Say goodnight, Stacy.
Good night, Stacy.
And you can find me, kids, on Barstool's alleyways, shitty situations. I'm over the donkey shows. I'm into midget tossing. I got the bulletproof vest. I lived through it. I'll see you Thursday.
I'm looking for you, you Occupy freaks with your glitter bombs. Bring it on! Bring on the glitter. Everything has changed. Everything has changed in the last few years. Conservatives used to take it, and we're not taking it anymore.
When our water heater broke down last month, it was a nightmare. It took 5 hours for the plumber to show up, and he charged us a couple of $100 just to come out. Then it cost another $1,800 to put in the new water heater. By the time it was all said and done, I felt like I'd been taken. But what else could I do?
The smartest thing you can do is get a home warranty from American Residential Warranty. Their home warranties pay to repair or replace all your major appliances when they break, and they will break, and at the worst possible time. Call American Residential Warranty right now for free information on home warranties starting at just pennies a day. Don't wait for your refrigerator to stop running or your ceiling fans to stop turning. Call American Residential Warranty right now. Ask how you can save up to 50% on washer and dryer coverage. Just call 1-800-513-6154. That's 1-800-513-6154. Again, 1-800-513-6154. Call now.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 1-800-516-7602 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 1-800-516-7602 to take your call right now. Call 1-800-516-7602. That's 1-800-516-7602. Again, 1-800-516-7602.
Giggity, 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 let's have sex.